Right now, the tension on our screens is absolutely suffocating. Jason is finally back home after enduring a literal nightmare in captivity. He has made the shocking, life altering decision to walk away from his dangerous mob duties, claiming he wants to focus entirely on his family and protect Danny from any more violence. Danny is overjoyed to have his father back, even though the poor boy is carrying the heavy, agonizing guilt of confessing that Rocco was the one who actually shot Ross. We are all watching Jason try to be the devoted, present father. He is trying to build a safe, normal life away from the criminal underworld. But, ladies, you and I both know that in this town, a peaceful family reunion is just the calm before a devastating, dramatic storm. Enter Tristan. We have already seen this handsome, brilliant new surgeon make his debut at the hospital, immediately clashing with Britt in a very tense encounter. He seems like just another arrogant, highly skilled doctor, ready to shake up the medical staff and break a few hearts. But my insider leak reveals a casting shakeup that will drop your jaw straight to the floor. According to my trusted sources, in the upcoming episodes, Jason is going to walk right into the hospital corridors, stand shoulder to shoulder with Tristan, and announce to the entire town that this genius doctor is his long lost son. Yes, you heard me right. A secret, fully grown son appearing completely out of nowhere. I want you to just picture the look on Danny's face when this massive bombshell drops. This poor kid has spent months mourning his father, fighting to clear his name during police interrogations, and begging the universe to bring him home safely. Now, just when they are starting to rebuild their fragile, hard-won bond, Jason pulls the rug entirely out from under him. Danny is going to be completely blindsided by this revelation. I can already imagine the heartbreaking, emotional scenes playing out in the Quartermain mansion. Danny will be staring at Tristan, this confident grown man, wondering how his entire reality has been flipped upside down in a matter of seconds. If you ask me, Danny is an incredibly smart kid, and he is going to have a million burning questions. And frankly, we fans have the exact same questions. First of all, who on earth is Tristan's mother? Jason has a very documented, highly publicized romantic history in this town. We know all about his deep love for Sam, we know about his history with Elizabeth, and we know about his incredibly complicated, enduring bond with Carly. When exactly did he have the time to secretly father a child who is now old enough to be a practicing board-certified surgeon? The timeline math is incredibly suspicious, ladies, and the writers know it. And here is the biggest red flag of all that Danny is definitely going to notice. Jason has been locked away in a secret WSB facility, completely cut off from the outside world, fighting just to survive. How in the world did he manage to track down a long-lost son while he was a prisoner of a rogue intelligence agency? Did the WSB know about Tristan? Did they use this secret son as leverage against Jason to force him into compliance? Danny is going to be connecting these dots in his head, and the more he thinks about the logistics of this miraculous family reunion, the less sense it actually makes. But here's where the leaked script gets really juicy and frustrating. When Danny starts demanding real answers, Jason and Tristan are going to completely dodge the question. They're not going to give any straight, honest answers to this confused teenager. Every time Danny asks about the mysterious mother or how they managed to find each other across the globe, Jason will give one of his classic, stoic, vague responses. He will look Danny in the eye and tell him to just accept that they are family now and leave the past in the past. Tristan will flash a charming smile and smoothly change the subject to something medical. It is going to be incredibly frustrating to watch. Now, let me tell you my personal theory, because I have been analyzing every single detail of this insider leak, and I am seeing right through the writer's tricks. I do not believe for one single second that Tristan is actually related to Jason. I think this entire father-son narrative is a complete and total fabrication. If you ask me, Tristan is not a long-lost child looking for his daddy. He is a highly trained, deeply undercover operative. And Jason did not bring him to town for a touching family reunion. He brought him here to execute a highly classified, incredibly dangerous covert mission. Think about the bigger picture, ladies. The hospital has always been a prime target for sinister, overarching plots. With all the chaos surrounding the failed cold fusion project, the deep WSB corruption involving dirty agents like Ross, and the lingering deadly threats operating in the shadows, there is clearly a massive, dark organization infiltrating the hospital board. They are operating in plain sight, manipulating the staff, and pulling the strings behind the scenes. Jason knows all about this looming threat. He learned about it during his captivity, and he knows he cannot take them down using his usual violent mob tactics. To expose and destroy this dangerous organization, Jason desperately needs someone on the inside. He needs a brilliant, unsuspected mind who can access the hospital's highly secured digital files, monitor the shady board members, and uncover the hidden moles. That is exactly where Tristan comes in. But a brand new doctor asking too many probing questions would immediately become a target for assassination. Tristan needs the ultimate, bulletproof cover story to keep him safe while he digs up the dirt. And what is the absolute safest cover in this dangerous town? The answer is simple: being the beloved son of the most feared, respected enforcer in the criminal underworld. No one in their right mind would dare lay a finger on Jason's flesh and blood. By publicly claiming Tristan as his own son, Jason provides this undercover agent with an impenetrable shield of protection. Tristan can roam the hospital halls freely, clash with established doctors like Britt to establish his dominance, and secretly investigate the Shadow organization without raising any immediate red flags from the villains. They are putting on a masterful theatrical performance for the entire town. Every public hug, every shared cup of coffee at the diner, every forced family dinner at the mansion is just a carefully calculated move in a high-stakes spy game. Jason and Tristan are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They're manipulating the media, the hospital staff, and the local police force to ensure Tristan has the perfect alibi while he dismantles this rogue organization piece by piece. But while Jason and Tristan are flawlessly executing this dangerous game, they are completely ignoring the devastating collateral damage left in their wake. And that beautiful, innocent collateral damage is Danny. This is what absolutely breaks my heart, ladies. Danny is going to be the very first, most tragic victim of this massive lie. He is going to push past his initial shock, his natural jealousy, and his deep confusion. Because Danny has a genuinely good heart, he is going to try his hardest to accept Tristan into his life. Danny will start confiding his deepest fears in Tristan. He will look up to him as a role model. You will finally feel like he has a complete, functional family unit. And all the while, he will be bonding with an absolute ghost. A phantom operative who is only pretending to love him for the sake of a mission. I know Jason loves Danny more than anything in this entire world. I know it must be slowly killing Jason inside to look into his boy's eyes and lie to his face every single day. Jason probably justifies this cruelty in his head, telling himself that this elaborate lie is absolutely necessary to keep Danny safe from the Shadow organization. But secrets never, ever stay buried in this town, especially during a crucial sweeps week. The climax of this storyline is going to be explosive, and it is going to shatter the screen. My sources hint that a major, undeniable piece of evidence is about to drop into Danny's lap. I am hearing whispers that Danny is going to accidentally stumble upon Tristan's secret encrypted burner phone, or perhaps he will secretly steal a hair sample and run a private DNA test to prove they are brothers, only to find a shocking 0% genetic match. Imagine the sheer horror when Danny catches Tristan communicating with a mysterious, shadowy handler in the dead of night, speaking in tactical codes that have absolutely nothing to do with saving lives in an operating. When that ugly truth finally explodes into the light, the emotional fallout will be catastrophic. Danny will realize that his father, the man he idolizes and fought so hard to protect, used his raw emotions as a convenient prop for a spy mission. The betrayal will cut so much deeper than any physical wound ever could. Jason is desperately trying to save the town and protect the hospital, but in the process of playing the hero, he is going to completely and utterly shatter his son's trust. The psychological damage inflicted on Danny will take years, maybe even decades, to repair. He will feel like a disposable pawn in a dangerous game he never asked to play. He will question every single memory, every single hug, and every single promise Jason has made since returning home. The writers are clearly setting us up for a brutal, tear-jerking emotional roller coaster, and I am already stocking up on tissues for the inevitable confrontation scene. Jason might ultimately win the war against this dark, infiltrating organization, but he is going to lose his son's heart in the process. So I have to ask you guys, do you think Jason is justified in telling such a cruel, elaborate lie to protect the greater good of the town? Or has he finally crossed an unforgivable line that Danny will never, ever be able to move past? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a fierce debate going, and I will see you in the next video.